ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। चैतन्यं सर्वगं सर्वं सर्वभूतगुहाशयं यत्सर्वविषयातीतं तस्मै सर्वविदे नमः। उपदेश साहस्री, we are on 16th chapter. We have completed 36 shlokas. The last sentence in the 36th shloka tika was Atma is not kalpita because it is sarva kalpana adhishthanam. It is nitya shuddha. And this Atma, as it was said in the shloka, is neither heya nor upadeya, and it is untouched by impurities of dharma and adharma. In other words, it is nitya shuddha, it is aheya anupadeya, and it is not kalpita, it is adhishthanam of everything else which is kalpita. Further in tika now. Kasmad atma kalpito na bhavati. Page number 198 in Ramatirtha Tika. Kasmad atma kalpito na bhavati iti ashankya. Why atma is not kalpita? So it is said because kalpana hetoho ajnanasya vastutah atmani abhavat. Kalpana hetu is ajnanam. All kalpanas are there because of ajnana. Kalpana means not kalpana as in some random thinking. Kalpana means all adhyasa. Adhyasa hetu, adhyasa karana is avidya. Even though in adhyasa bhashya, Bhagavan Bhashyakar has said, this adhyasa is called avidya. Actually, it is avidya karyam. Avidya karyatvat avidya shabdena upacharyate. Because it is effect of ignorance, you can say it is ignorance. Ignorance expressing is adhyasa. So, kalpana hetoho ajnanasya vastutah atmani abhavat. In reality, in Atma, Ajnan is not there. Atmani Ajnanasya abhavat. Vastutah. Then when we say Atma is the ashraya of avidya, Brahma is the ashraya, how is it possible? So not Vastutah. That is Adhyasa. Because there are only two entities. Atma, Anatma. Anatma Karanam is avidya. All Anatma is present because of avidya. So this avidya cannot rest in Anatma. because anatma is going to come later in time. So parishesha nyayena, it has to rest in atma. So avidya ashraya will be atma. Is this clear?
Yes, Swami.
Yes.
Yes.
But avidya ashraya is not really going to be atma. Avidya ashraya is only seemingly or through adhyasa. Like we say, Rajju is ashraya of Sarpa. So not in reality, it's seemingly only. So vastutah atmani abhavaadityah. अप्रकाशो यथादित्ये नास्ति ज्योतिस्वभावतः नित्यबोधस्वरूपत्वान् नाज्ञानं तद्वदात्मनि अप्रकाशो यथादित्ये नास्ति ज्योतिस्वभावतः नित्यबोधस्वरूपत्वान् नाज्ञानं तद्वदात्मनि यथा आदित्ये अप्रकाशो नास्ति ज्योति स्वभावतः मीन्स ज्योति स्वभावत्वात् आदित्यो ज्योति स्वभावः सूर्य is of the nature of jyoti prakash, therefore there is no aprakasha there. In the same way tadvat atmani na ajnanam nitya bodha swarupatvat. In atma there is no ajnanam. In reality there is no ajnanam. There is adhyasa that in atma there is ajnanam. Atma is nitya bodha swarupa. It is swayam prakasha. So atmani na ajnanam. Now a question will come. What is the question? In Atma, Ajnanam is not there. But you are saying Ajnanam is adhyastha in Atma. Ajnanam is adhyastha in Atma. So, how adhyasa can be there before Ajnanam comes in Atma? Atma, Ajnanam. Ajnanam is adhyastham. But adhyasa is Ajnana karya. Adhyasa is Ajnana karya. How adhyasa can come in that? What is the answer? What is that?
Karana adhyasa and Karya adhyasa.
Karana adhyasa and Karya adhyasa. There is something called Karana adhyasa. Karana adhyasa is for Ajnanam. Karya adhyasa is for everything else. So Karana Adhyasa will make Atma and Ajnana Sambandha possible. Karya Adhyasa will make Atma and Ajnana Karya Sambandha possible. Otherwise, what you will have to do, you will have to imagine some other entity. Atma and Ajnanam, for connecting these two, you have to assume something. Then after Ajnanam and Atma comes together, you say this is Adhyasa. Adhyasa is born. From this Adhyasa, now you say Atma and all other Ajnana Karya Sambandha takes place. So to avoid this, Acharyas have come out with this idea. Karanadhyasa, Karyadhyasa. Now you see, this is, you are just escaping the main question and you come out with terms so that you don't have to explain difficult things. So we say, no, this is possible and this happens in other places also. This is called Swapara Nirvahaka. Swapara Nirvahaka. Ajnanam is Swapara Nirvahaka. Ajnanam will come in Atma, produce Adhyasa, and that same Adhyasa is responsible for other things also. They are called Swapara Nirvahaka. Like Swadhyayo Adhyatavyaha, Adhyana Vidhi in Mimamsa is Swapara Nirvahaka. I might have given this example earlier. If not, then pay more attention. When it is said Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam, this is an injunction in Vedas. Swadhyayo Adhyatavyaha. This is called Shravana Vidhi in Mimamsa. Purva Mimamsa, this is called Shravana Vidhi. Means Ashtavarsham Brahmanam Upanita Tam Vedam Adhyapayita. These are the Vedic injunctions. 8-year-old Brahmana boy Upanayanam should be done. He should be taught Vedas. Now, when he has to study Veda, is there an injunction for this or not? So somebody will say, yes, there is an injunction. What is an injunction? Swadhyayo Adhyatavyaha. You should do Swashakha Adhyanam. Your own Veda Shakha Adhyanam you have to do every day. Then they say, okay. Then he starts studying Vedas. Then in that, the instruction will come, Swadhyayo Adhyatavyaha. So now he knows he has to study full Vedas and in particular his Shakha, etc., etc. Then the question will be, this Swadhyayo Adhyatavyaha, this instruction says you should study Vedas. But what is the instruction which says you come to this instruction, Swadhyayo Adhyatavyaha? So you need one instruction to say Swadhyayo Adhyatavyaha. Then that instruction says you study the rest of the Veda. So in Mimamsa they say, no, you don't need one instruction because that instruction has to be in Veda. If you include that instruction in Veda, then to study that you will need another instruction. Then you will need another. So there is Anavastha. This is Swadhyayo Adhyatavya. This instruction will say you study Swadhyayo Adhyatavya. And Swadhyayo Adhyatavya itself will say you study the rest of the Veda also. So this is Swapara Nirvahakatva. And in Nyaya also, there is similar arrangement. Shabda. Shabda has a Shakti, and that Shakti will reveal some object, Padartha. Like Ghata Shabda. Ghata Shabda will reveal Ghata Padartha. So Shabda has Shakti. Shabda also reveals Shabda. Shabda can reveal other Padarthas. Shabda can also reveal Shabda. Correct? Because Shabda is a Shabda or not?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes, Swami.
So Shabda will reveal Shabda also. So in this way, Swapara Nirvahakatvam is there in all darshanas. So here also it is there. In Tika, Atmano Ajnana Kalpitatvadev Tatra Tadabhava. Sorry, Anatmano Ajnana Kalpitatvadev. Anatma is Ajnana Kalpita. Kalpitatvadev Tatra Tadabhava iti drashtavyam. Tatra
Atmani.
Atmani Tadabhava
Ajnanasya.
Ajnanasya Abhava. That means Tasya. Tasya Abhava iti drashtavyam. This should be understood further. Nitya bodha swarupatvat ajnanam atmani vastuto nasti. This we already saw. That Atma is nitya bodha swarupa, therefore in Atma there is no ajnanam. Vastutah nasti. Tatha sarva vikriya rahita swabhavatvat avasthantaram kutasthata prachuti rupam tasya nasti ityaha. Sarva vikriya rahita swabhavatvat. This Atma Tattva is Sarva Vikriya Rahita. It is free from all Vikriyas, all modifications. And therefore, there is no Avasthantaram. Avasthantaram means Anya Avastha. Some other Avastha Prapti is called Avasthantaram, which is Kutasthata Prachuti Rupam. Kutastha means that which is firm. Prachuti means change from that. Kutasthata Prachuti Rupam Tasya Atmanaha Nasti. Because Atma is Sarva Vikriya Rahita. Ityaha. Tatha Vikriya Rupatvan Navasthantaram Avasthantaratvehi Nashosya Syanna Samshayah. Tatha Vikriya Rupatvan Navasthantaram Avasthantaratvehi Nashosya Syanna Samshayah. Tatha, Tatha means and also. Here, see, one is Yatha Tatha. But Tatha means also. Tatha means also, in this way. Tatha avikriya rupatvat na avasthantaram atmanah. Atmanah avasthantaram na. Anumanam you can do. Atmanah avasthantaram na avikriya rupatvat vyatirekena ghatavat. Atma does not have another avastha. Or vyatirekena dehavat. Deha has avasthantaram. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara prapti. So dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara, all this will happen. But dehi will remain the same. अविक्रिय रूपत्वात्। अवस्थान्तरवत्वे हि नाशो अस्य स्यात् न संशयः। If Atma has avasthantaratvam, then Atmanasha will be there. Atmanasho syat. Na samshaya. There is no doubt also. Atma will be nashta. In other words, Atma has to be avikari, means I have to be changeless. Therefore, whatever is changing, I am not. In other words, two main things we are obsessed with or possessed with. I am body and I am mind. These two I have to negate. Wherever there is avasthantaratvam, that I am not. So vikara I can see in these deha and manaha. Indriyani also, indriyas also going through so much modifications. Like you can see earlier there were no glasses. Now there are some avasthantara prapti. So you wear glasses. So what is there? That is not vipaksha dosham aha in tika. What is the vipaksha? Let us say there is avasthantaratvam in Atma. Then avasthantaratve hi atmanah nasha syad. Atma will become nashta. There is no doubt. Then that will not be called Atma. That which has avasthantara prapti, that which is subject to destruction, cannot be called Atma. Even though these Vainashikas and all, they accept that as Atma, ideally, if that is the nature of Atma, then there is no scope for sadhana. Because Atma itself is nashta. Who will get moksha? Moksha has to be received, attained by something which is eternal. So, if Deha is Nashavan, Vikari, I am not Deha. If Indriyani are Vikari, I am not Indriyani. If Manaha is Vikari, I am not Manaha. Okay, now comes, so we discussed about moksha, that what is avinashi, there only moksha is valid. In Nashavan Vastu, moksha cannot be valid. Now, what is moksha? This discussion is given in next couple of shlokas. Mokshasya avasthantaratvat katham avasthantara bhava iti tatra. Purva Pakshi said moksha is avasthantara prapti. How do you say avasthantara abhava in Atma? Atma which is baddha, that Atma is going to become mukta. This is called moksha. So Atma will have, in Western language, a status change. Like how we say, Devadatta was earlier brahmachari. Now Devadatta is sannyasi. This is called status change. So like that, Atma also will have some status change. Baddha Atma, Mukta Atma. So that is possible. And you are saying no avasthantara prapti iti tatra aha. Mokshosthantharam yasya कृतकः सचलो यतः न संयोगो वियोगो वा मोक्षो युक्तः कथंचन मोक्षोऽवस्थान्तरं यस्य कृतकः सचलो ह्यतः न संयोगो वियोगो वा मोक्षो युक्तः कथंचन. These shlokas are very important because in general people have this idea that I am a great sadhaka and I am doing sadhana, but they don't know what is moksha, and they are confused about moksha, but they still want moksha through some sadhana. So this understanding will clarify what is moksha really. Moksho avasthantaram yasya yasya vadinah mate. Any vadi means any darshanika who thinks moksha means avasthantar prapti. In other words, earlier moksha was not there. Now moksha comes into being. There was moksha pragabhava earlier. Now there is moksha. There is bondage. So you think this way, this person is baddha, and suddenly he becomes mukta. So bondage is going on and then he comes to liberation. This is avasthantaram in whoever matam. Then for them, this moksha, saha moksha kritakaha. This moksha is kritakaha. Kritaka means it is created, it is caused. And that is chalo hi ataha. Ataha, therefore it is chalaha. Chalaha means it is subject to modification. Means it will go away. It is anitya. If moksha is avasthantar prapti, then it is kritakaha. If it is kritaka, then it is chalaha, anitya. Kritakenamritastasya katham sthasyati nischalaha. Mandukya Karika is there. Twice this Karika comes. Swabhavenamruto yasya bhavo gacchati martyatam. Kritakenamritastasya katham sthasyati nischalaha. Third chapter, 22nd. Fourth chapter, 8th Karika. In other words, moksha is not something which is not there and then you will get it. Okay. Is it sanyoga with something? Means Brahma. Jiva is there, Brahma is here. This is Jiva, this is Brahma. Jiva slowly coming in union with Brahma. So Brahma sanyoga, is it called moksha? Na sanyogo moksho yuktaha kathanchana. Okay. Jiva is samsari. So Jiva has samsara. So that samsara or prakriti or maya viyoga, is that called moksha? They say no, viyoga is also not moksha. Brahma sanyoga is not moksha. Maya viyoga is also not moksha. This we should, so in other words, it is not that I am Jiva who one day will become Brahma. This is not moksha. I am waiting for my union with Brahma. You will wait. I am waiting for leaving Maya, leaving Prakriti, and exist separately. This Viyoga is also not moksha. Because न भवत्यमृतम मर्त्यम,
न मर्त्यममृतं तथा
प्रकृतेरन्यथा भावः
न
कथञ्चित् भवेत्।
भविष्यति।
न भवत्यमृतम मर्त्यम न मर्त्यममृतम तथा प्रकृतेरन्यथा भावो न कथंचित भविष्यति. This is also karika. Along with that karika only, martya vastu, mortal, over a period of time will become immortal is not possible. And amrita vastu over a period of time will become martya with any contact is also not possible. Because the nature of a thing will never change. So either it is always mortal or it is always immortal vastu. In other words, Atma is either always Amrita Swarupa or never Amrita Swarupa. So only two options are there. Either I am already immortal or I will never become immortal. We have to choose. I cannot say right now I am immortal, later I will become, right now I am mortal, later I will become immortal. That is not possible. So the only right option, Viveki option is that I am already immortal. Let's see Tika. यस्य वादिनो मते मोक्षो अवस्थान्तरम आत्मनः स्यात्. आत्मनः अवस्थान्तरम मोक्षो स्यात्. In this way you have to do Anvaya. In whose darshanika, Vadi means a darshanika, those who think that Atma attaining different avastha is called moksha. Different avastha means Atma है जागृत अवस्था, स्वप्न अवस्था, सुषुप्ति अवस्था. Somebody thinks Atma will have Turiya avastha. Turiya avastha. Turiya avastha is not another avastha. Turiya is Atma. So do, or in Samadhi avastha, I will get moksha. Then tasya mate krutako moksha syat. In their matam, moksha is something which is created, caused. Then that is prag avastha ayogitvat, means pratiyogitvat. It is prag avastha yogi, means pragavastha, pragabhav pratiyogi. What is said here as pragavastha yogi, pragavastha yogitvat means pragabhav pratiyogi. That which had pragabhava, now it has come into being. That moksha was not there, suddenly it has come. It is kritaka moksha. Ataha sa moksha chalo anitya eva syat. That moksha is chalaha, anitya. Iti apurusharthata apattihi ityartha. If that moksha is anitya, it will never be my purushartha. Because I had already left anitya vastus in the beginning. Pariksha lokan karmachitan. If this moksha also happens to be anitya, then I have to give it up. Ma bhud avasthantaram. Okay, somebody says let it not be avasthantaram, moksha. Tathapi, ब्रह्मणः संयोगो वा प्रकृतेर्वियोगो वा मोक्षो भविष्यति. ब्रह्म संयोग, ब्रह्मणः संयोग, संयोग विथ ब्रह्म और वियोग फ्रॉम प्रकृति, that can be moksha. So in some darshana they say Brahma Sambandha. But it is, if you say it is some vyavaharik thing, then we say it is mithya. And in Paramartha, we say there is no such thing. What is Brahma and Sanyoga? Brahma itself is Asanga. And Prakritir Viyoga is also not possible. Why? Because whatever else is there other than Brahma is all within one is Chaitanya and rest is all Maya only. Who will have Viyoga from what? So there is no Viyoga. Va moksho bhavishyati. Iti matantaram ashankya pratyaha. So this matantara, two other opinions are raised and they are refuted. That this cannot be moksha. Na sanyoga, na viyoga. Ayuktatve hetumaha. Now some hetu is given for that. That why it is संयोगो वियोगो वा मोक्षो न युक्तः. So why अयुक्तः? अयुक्तत्वे हेतुमाह. संयोगस्याप्य नित्यत्वात् वियोगस्य तथैव च गमने चैव संयोगस्याप्य नित्यत्वात् वियोगस्य तथैव च गमनागमने चैव स्वरूपं न तु हीयते. संयोगस्यापि अनित्यत्वात् anitya. From Prakriti also will be. The day I understand my moksha is going to be anitya, I will stop putting forth effort for moksha. The day I understand Atma is subject to modification, that Atma will become anitya, then I will have no interest in that Atma also. Gamana gamane chaiva swarupam tu na hiyate. Gamana gamane chaiva. And this gamanam and agamanam. So, jiva going away from samsara. And jiva is there and Paramatma coming towards jiva. Paramatmanaha agamanam. Jivasya gamanam. Jivasya gamanam means away from samsara. Samsarat gamanam. Paramatmanaha jivam prati agamanam. You see, both of these are not possible. Because there is no gamanam possible anywhere for jiva, there is no agamanam possible of Paramatma. Gamanam requires vikara. Agamanam also requires vikara. Chaitanya is avikari. You say Chaitanya is not going. Upadhi is going. Upadhi is what? Upadhi is not me. If crystal is kept here, Japa Kusuma, red flower is kept next to it, which is called Upadhi. Upadhi is going somewhere. What is happening to crystal? Nothing. It is right there. So if you have understood Upadhi is moving here and there, and Upadhi and Upahita or that Padartha, crystal, has really no sambandha. It only appears that they are sambandhi. It's just like if you are going by train or flight, somebody is sitting next to you and you talk, and the other person walking by in the aisle thinks, oh, they are related. There is no relation. You just happen to sit next to the other person. That is upadhi. That's all. So there is no sambandha. So like that, if I have understood I am Atma, all these panchakoshas are my upadhi, I have no sambandha. Onlookers think, oh, we are related. We are not related. We just happen to be together in the train or flight for which we have made some payment, and that payment is in the form of prarabdha karma. Panchakoshas are prarabdha karma earned. So we are together for some time. As soon as that rent is over, upadhi will go. Gamana gamane chaiva swarupam tu nahiyate. Whatever is the swarupa of Atma, in that there is no nasha. Gamana gamanam is really not possible. If it was there, then Atma will become vikari. If Atma is vikari, it will become vinashi. Atma is not supposed to be vinashi. Tika. Kritakasya anityasya niyamat. Yat kritakam
Tadanityam.
tadanityam. This is the niyama. Yat kritakam tadanityam. If it is created, it is anitya. Moksha is created, moksha also will become anitya. Nanu jivasya samsara deshat gamanam. There you add that word. Nanu jivasya samsara deshat gamanam. Paramatmano va swopasaka anugrahaya tam prati agamanam moksha. Ityashankya aha. Jivasya samsara deshat gamanam. From samsara. I am so tired and fed up of samsara desha. Where do you want to go? Away from samsara desha. Jiva says. This is moksha. Or Paramatmanaha swa upasaka anugrahaya tam prati agamana. Bhagavan aa rahe hain. Bhagavan is coming towards me. I have walked one step. Bhagavan is walking 10 steps. You know, all these things are in different darshanas at different standpoint. There is room for them. In this, there is no room for that. Okay. Paramatma means Brahma is not coming towards me for doing anugraha. Tam prati agamanam moksha iti ashankyaha gamana gamanecha. Na moksho yuktaha. Gamana gamanecha, you have to connect with previous shloka. Just says na sanyogo viyogo va moksho yuktaha kathanchana. Gamana gamane chaiva moksho na yukto kathanchana. This you have to add. In gamana agamana also, moksha is not yukta. Iti purvena anushanga. Anushanga means sambandha. Jiva parayoho dvayorapi avikriyatvat. Jiva is also avikari. Para means paramatma. Brahma is also avikari. So you are saying two things, means Jiva is one, Para is two. As long as you think they are two. Really speaking, there is only one. But if you think Jivatma is one, Paramatma is another, so then Mahavakya will come. Jiva is Brahma. Jiva Brahma Aikya means it is not that Jiva and Brahma both will become one. They are always one. You think they were two because there are two words. Jiva parayoho dvayorapi avikriyatvat. Gamana agamana ayogat. There is no gamana and agamana. Jivasya samsarat gamanam. परमात्मनः जीवं प्रति आगमनम is not there. Somebody says you are finding faults with all pakshas. Mimamsaka thought moksha is going somewhere. These bhaktas, they thought Paramatma will come towards that. You refuted that. Earlier I was bound, later I will become mukta. Some people think, or it is some avastha like samadhi, yoga darshan. You are refuting everybody. What about you? What is your darshan? Paramate dosham uktva swamate nirdoshatahm aha. It's my mata is nirdushta. There is no defect in that. What is that? Swarupam tu nahiyate means Atma. Atma is not subject to destruction and Atma is moksha itself. Na hiyate means na vinashyati. Atma swarupam na hiyate. Its nature is not going to change. Ataha Atma swarupam eva moksho yuktaha ityartha. Atma swarupa means aham itself is moksha. This is the only valid thing available. Anything else you try to do, there will be defects. And lot of these ideas in Advaita Prakranam, in Mandukya, they are clarified by Gaudapadacharya ji. Ashakar has given the same thing with little easier explanation, and Tika has also helped in revealing this. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.